Okay, so I'm going to run over how you tie a Prusik knot, how you climb with a Prusik knot, how to set everything up on your rope, and then we're going to go over a few different knots and things that I use when I'm climbing. If you didn't want to use a zigzag or buy a zigzag, which is a position I was in for a while, then this is how you should be climbing. I personally just use the single rope. I got taught to use and always climb with 2 ropes, but I'm not going to do that. It's too many ropes. Got a new rope. Doesn't look very new, but a nice new, was shiny orange rope. I think it's like 11.5 mil or something. It's the rope I like to climb on. It's really good. I like this more soft stuff. This type of rope is better for like climbing Prusiks and things. You can get a different type of rope, just a bit more stronger almost, and it kind of holds itself a bit better, which is a lot better when you're doing zigzags. But I'll get a closer up picture and yeah, I'll show you how to tie it all, and we'll run over a few things when it comes to climbing with the Prusik. Yeah, that's about all for today, so let's get into it. Your rope like this, your rope like this. Imagine this is your alright. Imagine this is your splice side end. Your splice side is here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to grab carabiner like this. This goes over like that, through the loop. So you're like this, and put it all the way through. It's nice and tight, and then just do the same thing again. So I personally climb on this type of Prusik here. That's what you want it to look like. These 2 ones going down the middle, 2 ones on the outside. Use this to loosen it and tighten it. And then when you pull down on the rope here, pulls tight. So I personally climb on the 2 systems, so you've got 2 wraps on either side. Now, if it's wet and your Prusik's slipping, depending on the type of Prusik you got, you might find that it's a bit too grippy, but you can go for the triple. Get it through. Now you probably need to make this work a bit better because plastic bit's in the way for this. Yeah, right, we'll redo it. For this bit, what you do is this. Something like that. So obviously you can just loop it through, but one of the ways to do it is you got your Prusik here, your carabiner there. You find this white bit directly in the center, pinch each side, flip it around so each hole's touching each other like that. Carabiner goes through that. That's a bit dodgy. Anyway, voila. This just helps the grip on here, so when you're doing this to switch your line on, this doesn't just slip off. So for this one, do it a bit closer. Grab your line, wrap it round. 1, 2, 3. Wrap it round. And then a little bit clearer. You wrapped it around. That rope goes through this top hole, and you get this as much slack as you need. Then X amount, and you chuck it over the branch, unravels, and see a rope on the ground. Okay, so for when you're getting the rope up the tree, best technique I learned is you want to make it circle like that, 2, 3 wraps, spin it around that many times. And this is the amount of rope that's going to untangle and fall to the ground. So we'll do this is the amount of wraps that you're going to use, the amount of rope you're going to need to get up the tree. And for example, just to go for this branch here, get it over that. This is then going to untangle. So once you've got your rope over your branch, you've got your splice die end, and you've got your Prusik. Now we'll go over this in close quarters. I'll show you how it's done properly. But you want the carabiner end to go through towards the splice die end of the rope, and then wrap it back over itself. You have Prusik. Splice die goes in carabiner. Goes on your rope. Voila. Okay, so one of my pet peeves is when rope's not wrapped up correctly. So what you want to do is, like I just did, make sure you get an even bit there, and then each arm's full extent length, and just wrap each time. And I'll show you how to do the ending bit in a second. So what I was showing you with the Prusik and stuff, what you'll probably find is most people you climb with, and most common thing to see nowadays is like the zigzag and stuff, because realistically you're going to start climbing. Zigzags are brilliant, and they are, but I personally like to use the Prusik. It's more effort, it is harder, because you're having to, when they get all crappy, stuff stuck in them and all that sort of thing, pushing them up and pulling them down, they can get tight, and it's not always super reliable, but they will always catch you. And for me personally, there's something about using a Prusik which just feels safer and better up a tree. I know a lot of people disagree, but if you want one really massive arm from constantly pulling and pushing, then it's a good way to go for it. So if you want to learn how to climb, that is the cheap alternative as well. Prusiks are way cheaper than zigzags, but they're not going to last as long. You're going to want to replace it every year, maybe two. That's what I do. Just got a new one. It's just worth it. They get so sappy and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, so for this, once you've got all your things looped up, wrap it around. A lot of people get proper funny about this, and I'm one of them. But wrap it around, put this through there, and it 1, 2. There we go, it's better. Nice and tight. Don't release that much rope. This threads back through that hole that you just made. Voila. Very nice looking bit of rope. But that's about it. Got a few other videos coming out about this sort of stuff. Comparing a few more gears. We're going to try and get a video on which of these are the best. Size drops and things like that. So if you're looking to get into climbing or anything, yeah, keep up to date, man.